Hey everybody, I'm David.
I'm Jess.
I'm the husband.
I'm the wife.
And we're married.
15 to life.
What's up? What's up?
He's got a lot of energy.
What's
David is a night owl, y'all.
What's up?
I'm
What's
not.
up?
I am not a night owl.
I am definitely a night
I have
owl.
zero energy right
My
now.
average bedtime is around midnight.
Yeah, my average bedtime is like 9 o'clock.
By choice too.
But I lay in like read or whatever until about 10.
No, bedtime is when you're intending to go to sleep. So for you, that's like 10:30.
Yeah, but I like to lay in bed at like 9 and like wind down.
Yeah.
I don't want to be up going, oh yeah, oh yeah. It's almost 10 o'clock now and I feel like it's 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Well, I look forward to talking to you too.
Yeah.
So that always makes me excited to do another episode of Married 15 to Life. Thank you everybody for watching and for listening. We are shooting up in the subscribers, honey. We are just over 100 away.
We can do it.
We can do it, y'all.
Okay, I wanted to say this because I was shocked. Most people, or a lot of people, if they're not on YouTube a lot, they don't know that subscribing is free.
Right.
This was just brought to my attention because like with Facebook and Instagram and stuff, if you subscribe, it costs money.
Right.
And if you have a magazine subscription,
yes,
newspaper subscription, it costs money.
Newspaper subscription back in the day.
Yeah. So a lot of people think when we say subscribe that
you're going to be charged to do that.
Guys, it literally costs nothing. It just puts us in your feed and it makes it easier for you to find us.
It just makes it to where if you're subscribed to a channel, then when that channel puts out new content, you get notified that they got
if you click the bell, you'll get notified. Otherwise, it'll just be on your screen.
But it'll be on your usual screen because you're subscribed to that channel.
I always subscribe just because otherwise I'll forget.
And typically because of what we just said, the model of magazine and newspaper, it's typically the older generation that's scared of subscribing. So.
Yeah, it literally is super easy. You just hit the button. So I just want to make sure. I didn't realize that people didn't know that. And so I've been trying to tell everybody.
So please do that. And every now and then you may not realize, but YouTube might accidentally unsubscribe you.
Yeah, so just check.
Make sure that button is clicked and that you are subscribed and picking up, because once we hit 1,000 subscribers, then we can start monetizing the videos that we put out from this channel, the reels and the long form episodes. And we haven't done a lot of reels lately, and that's on me. It has been so crazy lately, and I'm just, when I'm home, I just want to be home, and I don't want to pull my laptop out and work. And so I'm trying to find that out, but I will do my best to start creating some more reels from each episode.
I think it'd be fun to do like reels that have nothing to do with
the episode,
and just like behind the scenes stuff, maybe, or like if we do anything like a date night or whatever, maybe put that content on the Married 15 to Life channel.
If it's married content,
that way maybe it'll be something different. That I don't know, like I'm the type of person, like I don't usually put the video I've done. I know a lot of people do, like it's a little preview on their reel, but I feel like sometimes it's redundant.
Yeah, it can be. But also if it's a long-term episode, if you get a snippet of the episode,
I think both is good.
Yeah, it'll make you want to watch the full episode. So, but I like that. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of these videos. Like, is it a bop or a flop, or is it, put a finger down kind of videos? And maybe that's something you and I could do. Yeah, anything that kind of gives y'all even more of an insight into who we are. We definitely want to do more of that. But yeah, please, again, subscribe. Help us hit 1,000 subscribers so we can begin monetizing our content. Speaking of monetizing, that's tonight's episode. We're going to talk about, as a married couple, how we earn supplemental income.
Side gigs, side hustles.
Side hustles, side gigs. Because in today's economy and in today's way of living, especially when you're in the situation like we're in right now, where we're praying and asking God to open the right door for me to go into my full-time career, you have to work.
Well, and even like before we lost the job, like we've been doing side hustles for years.
Yeah.
Because most of ministers don't make a lot of money.
And in case you didn't know, most ministers do not make a lot of money.
Yeah, I just said that.
But a lot of people out there are like, well, I'm not paying my tithe. The pastor's rich.
No.
But no.
But I literally just said ministers don't make a lot of money. And you said also.
But I'm saying in case you've been lied to and thought we did, we don't.
As so you wanted to say it twice?
I wanted to emphasize it. Yes.
And we actually took a pay cut when we moved from Indiana to here.
Yes,
pretty good size one. So like we wouldn't have survived without the side hustles.
Yeah. And everybody is confused by that. Well, aren't you supposed to be moving up? And I've had pastor friends. They're like, why would you go backwards? why would you go down? I'm like, because God wants me there.
It's never been about the money for us.
It's never been about the money. And if you're in the ministry for the money, get out now.
You're in the wrong place.
Please get out. And I don't care if you're making six figures. If all you care about is the paycheck, you don't care about people coming to Christ, get out. Go do something else because you're in the wrong profession.
Firmly, though, like people, though, take that to the extreme and they're like, oh, well, we shouldn't pay pastors anything.
Correct.
And I think that's wrong, too. Like,
both extremes are wrong.
You should pay your pastors enough they can live comfortably with their families, but some people take that and they're, I don't know. Anyway, you know what we're saying.
The pastor should be completely dependent on God and have faith. And so he should not take a salary because then every day he's proving what faith in God looks like. Number one, that's not biblical. Number two, that's just torture. And number three, how do you expect a pastor to live in any way, shape, or form in today's society? Because you have to have money to function in society.
And a lot of people think like, oh, but you can just work, Monday through Friday and then do a Sunday. Mm-hmm. But there's so much more that goes in. Correct. We have never worked harder than when we've been in the ministry.
Correct. Side
jobs or full-time jobs or whatever.
Yep.
The ministry is a full-time job.
Yeah. Well, here we're about to go off on a whole nother podcast, so let's not do that. No. But we're going to talk today about...
saying this is why the need for the side.
Yeah, this is the need for it. And there are very few, the 1% of pastors out there that probably have zero need to do anything on the side. Their salary is enough for them and their family to live very comfortably. Like I said, that's the 1%.
But I think
it's very minimal.
Whether you're in ministry or not, so many people are doing side gigs and side hustles because everything has gone up so much.
Yes.
And most salaries have not gone up that much. Right. And so you're paying so much more money, and to make ends meet, you have to take on these side hustles.
It's economics, guys. If there's like, well, we need to raise the cost of minimum wage, well, then everything else goes up too. Yeah. So you're never going to find everything perfect. And like we've said, when people are like, well, the cost of this is going down, the cost of this is going down, but manufacturers and producers and stores and restaurants, they've figured out they're willing to pay this, so why go back down?
I don't think like groceries and stuff are going down because why? Like
why
would they go back down?
What's their incentive to go back down? It's all about supply and demand.
No, I'm hoping like sales maybe. Yeah. Maybe we'll see some good sales, but I don't know. Like people are still buying stuff, So anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, so with all that being said, sometimes your paycheck is not quite enough, or sometimes you just to put money into savings or retirement or to save up for that phone you want or for that vacation for the family, you've got to do some more stuff on the side to make ends meet.
And we're going to tell you a lot of ours, and hopefully it'll give you some ideas. Yeah. And if not, like you can at least learn more about some of ours.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think back to like the early days, what we did, like, because we didn't really do much when we were in Texas.
Now we had little tiny babies, and that was
enough of a side gig.
Yeah, I would say the side gigs didn't start until I started making income with YouTube, and that was in Georgia.
Right.
Because this is the thing, y'all. When you get monetized, it's exciting, but it starts out like $1, $5, $6 a month, or whatever, and you don't get paid till you reach $100 threshold. And there was months where I didn't get paid at all. And the thing with YouTube is it's very up and down. Like I will tell you, January is a really rough month on YouTube because the I can't even talk tonight.
The advertisers.
Yes.
Advertisers.
That they just put all of their money into Christmas stuff, and coming off of it, people aren't wanting to spend as much after Christmas. So Christmas time is actually really good, usually for YouTubers, and January is really hard. And I can tell you that looking at my numbers, they've gone down a good bit.
So then just take your December income and let it bleed over your January and let it be a wash, basically.
But I'm very grateful. I would say we started getting income years though after I started YouTube. And so I have people come to me all the time and they want to know, how do you get started making money on YouTube?
Just do it.
And that's the thing, like you can't do it for the money because most of the time you're not going to be a flash. Like some people immediately, they just take off, they go viral. I know several friends who, I consider friends on YouTube that are, in the 200,000 subscribers and all this stuff. And I'm so happy for them, but that has not been my experience. I've been on YouTube for 10 years and it's been very steady, but it has not been like a huge spike. Layla's like doing a hairball or something.
Layla?
She does this all the time.
Yeah, every now and
I
then
used to get worried, but now I'm like, oh, she's got a hair.
I'm convinced she's part cat, and like because yeah, just the way she acts sometimes.
I feel bad for dogs or cats because they can't like stick their finger and get the hair out.
Yeah,
anyway,
they have to. Yeah. Anyway,
what was I saying?
You were just saying because it is true, and also when you started on YouTube, the vlogging was just beginning to be a thing.
Yeah, and I would say like back in the day, I feel like we got paid more because people really like the vlogs. I mean, probably not more than I'm making now because I've grown since then.
Right.
But more per view or whatever.
Right.
Like the early years on YouTube are really great. And it's gotten a lot different. More people have channels now.
And
it's
the shorter
harder to
content.
grow, the shorts, and it's that I will tell you. I have been trying to break into TikTok because I mean, there's so much money to be earned on TikTok, like the TikTok affiliate shop and stuff. TikTok is hard.
Yeah, it is.
I can't get my views.
It's oversaturated.
Well, and it's hard. It's just hard to know what the algorithm wants. I can't get my videos to get over 200 views. Like it's just really rough, and I keep sticking it out. And I'm not giving up, but it's very frustrating. You need
to like fall off of something, or you need.
Well, they say like you need a really strong hook. Well, I mean, I say exactly what I like. Hey, how to save money at Starbucks, and that's still not getting a view. So I mean, I don't know
because all the Starbucks TikToks are blocking you, probably.
No, I don't know. I don't think Starbucks.
It's a pretty powerful company. They can block you and blacklist you if they want to.
No, they can't because TikTok controls that. But anyway,
maybe TikTok's his partners.
What they say is they show your video to like 200 people, and if they don't like interact with it or do anything, then they just won't show it to anybody else. So it's just really hard. I'm struggling, but YouTube just always seemed very natural. I will say though, I was on YouTube for probably years before I got any money. And then probably another year or two before it was even steady enough to get a check every month.
Mm-hmm.
And now we do get a check every month, and it's enough to pay a couple bills. It's not. And when I think of all of the time that I put into it, I can make way more doing a lot of other stuff. But I love it. And if you don't love it and you're not doing, I would do it for free. So you have to consider that. YouTube is a great social media, being an influencer, whatever you want to call it. It's great, but there's no guarantee. Like people see these people that make, $1 million and all this stuff, but that's a very small percentage. It's very hard to have that happen. And a lot of times it's just random.
Mm-hmm.
So only do something like that if you really love it. And I would say share what you're passionate about. Don't go on there and try to please algorithm or a specific set,
or do
person.
content just to get clicks.
Yeah.
Do that.
Do something you really are knowledgeable about or passionate about, and like your audience will find you.
Yeah.
It may take a while.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely not the expert because I do a lot of stuff they say you shouldn't do. Like I don't have a specific niche. I do a lot of different stuff. I would say like I do daily vlogs mostly, but I also mix it up. So it's better if you have a niche. But anyway, that's probably our first side gig.
And our longest running side gig.
Oh, yeah. And I'm so grateful for it.
Me too.
And then where the money really is, if you have a successful YouTube channel, is not in what Google pays you. So who you get the paycheck from is Google because they're the ones running the ads that you see before the video.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know that Google owns YouTube.
Yeah. So our checks come from Google, and it's based on not really the number of subscribers. It's based on your watch time.
Right.
So they want to see like, are people interacting? Are people watching it? That way they can show it to more people. And they want all of those ads to be run. So if you want to help us out, watch the ads.
Yeah,
it really does help.
Like when you click on a Bless Jess video and those ads play in the beginning, let them play.
Yeah, it really does help.
Go get a cup of coffee, go use the restroom, come back, and the video will be there.
I mean, if you don't, it's okay. We still appreciate the support.
No, we still appreciate it, but I'm saying if you really care about us and especially when these videos began doing ads, that's just a big deal. The watch time on the ads, when I play Jessica's videos, I watch her videos every day. And when I watch her videos, I on purpose put the phone over to the side and let everything play.
But what I was about to say is though, all of that is just watch time. It's very hard to control it. I mean, mine will go up and down like a third of what I make up and down, just depending on.
Right.
And I do the exact same amount of videos and they get around the same amount of views.
And it's no longer about the clicks, right? the clicks are a big deal, but
it's a big deal because that's more people that are watching the ads.
Right.
It's all about how many people can we get to watch these ads. That's what's paying for YouTube. But the real money in YouTube is when you get brand deals. So a brand will contact you to basically make
Mint Mobile, BetterHelp, yeah.
And I've got to work with some great brands over the years.
You got some free stuff out of it too.
Yeah, that's how it started. And that still happens sometimes, where the company will contact me and say, "I will send you this product if you'll talk about it on your channel."
Have we used all of our HelloFresh?
And we still have HelloFresh. By the way, if you guys have not tried HelloFresh, this is not sponsored, but I have like a free tons of free boxes. So if you've never tried it, I have remind me and we'll put it in the description box.
Okay.
I have tons of free boxes that you don't have to pay anything to try it out. Yeah. So I'm like begging people, please take these free boxes. Take them, please. It's really good food. We never worked with HelloFresh, but we've earned referral credit.
Man, we would like to.
Yeah, we would like to. One time HelloFresh put me on like the fraud list because I had so much credit. They thought I was scamming. I had to like be on the phone with them forever. And I was like, look, I have a YouTube channel. This is why. Yeah. They gave it back to me.
That's awesome.
I'm like, every single one, it was legit. But these brand deals are great because you can negotiate a price. It's, I will say, it's hard. It's not my favorite. I would rather just do my own thing. But you're making a commercial basically.
Right.
And you have to get, they'll give you certain parameters, what they want you to talk about. And then my least favorite part, you have to send it to them and they have to approve it before.
And so you're waiting on the email.
So you're waiting.
And waiting.
And waiting. And sometimes waiting and waiting. And the blogs are late or I have to move stuff around. But it's worth it because what I can make sometimes in one brand deal is more than YouTube for the whole month.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, those are rare, but it has happened. So, and some people get brand deals for thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. It's crazy. Like the bigger channels, because so many people, it's like worth it to them as opposed to putting their advertising into a TV show or whatever.
A lot of those people have agents though that are helping them get the deals.
Yeah, a lot of them do. But also like the more subscribers you get, the more people will be in your emails. And I don't have an agent. I get emails at least 2 or 3 a day. I'm not even kidding. Mostly because people want to send me a product. I don't do a lot of that anymore because I'm really trying to be picky about what I don't want my channel to just be a commercial. So
yeah, y'all deserve better than that.
But at the same time, like what my friend Mindy, if you guys know from See Mindy Mom, shout out to her. I love her so much. She told me, she said that she tells her subscribers, look, YouTube is free. It's free for y'all. And so this is your way to help us support our family.
Absolutely.
I will say our YouTube channel, it costs money. Like yes, the equipment is so expensive. Like I pay every month to do music royalties and the editing software and the editing for the graphics.
Wear and tear on cameras and tripods. And
it's so expensive. Like the cameras have gone up so much. My camera is like living on a prayer right now. So yeah, like it costs a lot of money to do. So anytime we can get a little bit of a return, it's so helpful. So that's probably our longest running and our first, everything that goes along with YouTube. So YouTube, the AdSense, the brand deals. I'm doing Patreon now. I don't get a ton of money from Patreon, but that's where people.
But man, we would love for y'all to join the Patreon.
Yeah, and I do terrible about posting content over there. I really do.
We got to do better at that.
Yeah, I did put like what we got the kids for Christmas on there. So I put a lot of stuff I can't put on the real channel, on my real channel. But you're basically just paying to support us. That's really what the people are doing. Absolutely. And you get some bonus content occasionally. So that helps. It's not a ton of money, but it does help.
Me and Jess are going to hopefully sit down this month sometime and we can look at the Patreon and maybe we can work on how to tailor it better to you guys. It's so hard.
Like we're all ready. Y'all don't even know. Most people don't do daily vlogs. Like most people do not post a video every single day.
Right.
It's literally insane.
You were a dinosaur now.
Yeah. I mean, it used to be common.
Yeah.
But now with the way YouTube videos are edited and stylized and everything, it's impossible for people to do a video every single day. So my videos are more old school. They're not like fancy editing and like aesthetic. Like I literally just take people along my day. That's the type of videos I like. That's how I got started in YouTube. So yeah. Anyway, what was I going with that? I'm like half asleep.
Well, we were talking about how it's different from the channel versus Patreon. But yeah, so that's been the longest running side hustle we've had. And it's, again, we can't do everyday life without it. And so I'm very, very thankful for Blessed Jess. And
Basically, I was saying it's if you look though in the hours I spend vlogging, editing, all of that.
You're doing it because you love it.
Yeah, it's like pennies to an hour, but I do love it, and I love so many people that we've met. I met YouTubers. I've met so many like lifelong friends.
Yeah.
Just through YouTube, we would have never met before.
Right.
Or ever. We would have never met ever.
Right. One of the side jobs that I do, and being part of the ministry, is every now and then, it's very rare, but every now and then, I will get compensated for helping at a wedding or a funeral. So if somebody wants me to come sing, if somebody wants me to come do the funeral, I've yet to officiate a wedding. I'm looking forward to that, actually. I've heard multiple people that have been in the ministry a long time, they'll go take the funerals over the weddings all day, every day.
Weddings are too stressful.
Yeah, the dead don't talk back to you. The bride and the bride's mom do.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of that, but I've never officiated a wedding. I would love to. It's one of my things that as a pastor, I need to do it, and I want to do it. But I've done a couple of funerals. I've sang at countless funerals, and I've played for countless funerals. And I've sang at a couple of weddings. Yeah. And so every now and when you do that, they do pay you a little bit to do that. And so, yeah, sometimes they do. Sometimes they say, will you do us a favor? And if it's a person that really means a lot to me, then yes, of course, I'll be happy to. But if you're out there and you want someone who's semi-talented that can come and do something for you, I'm not Bon Jovi, but I can.
David does a great job.
But yeah, the biggest thing I do is I really try to tap into what you want. You know, if you want it somber, if you want it joyous, if you want it sweet, if you want whatever you want it to be, I try to do that. And so that's something I really enjoy doing. I mean, music's such a big deal to me, and I love tapping into the spiritual side for funerals typically, but I also love to shift into my R&B romantic side for weddings.
But
it's
I
fun.
think too, like you can include sometimes, this doesn't happen a lot, you'll be asked to preach or speak, and then that'll usually be a little bit of money. Not a lot, but a little bit.
Yeah, I just went to a church last Sunday and preached and got a little bit.
But like by the time you pay for gas and all that, you're barely making anything. Like literally you're not making anything.
Again, I'm doing it because I love to do it. That's the biggest reason I do it. But yeah, that's something that's always been a big deal to me, is to do things like that. Also, and again, it doesn't happen very, very often, but every now and then I'll get compensated a little bit for consulting. Because of what I've been doing it for so long, that if you have tech needs, especially within a church, if you need help with your software, if you need help with music, if you've got a worship team that's struggling, and you just need somebody to come in and say, watch our practice and tell us the couple of things we're doing that we could do better. I love doing that. I'm a big proponent of the body should help the body. Every joint supplies, iron sharpens iron. And so I'm a big proponent of, if a church sees any value in bringing somebody in from the outside who's been doing this for quite a long time, that I could come in and look at your practice, look at your assimilation process, look at your small groups, and look at any of that and be like, if you tweak these 2 or 3 things, this would run a lot smoother. Or, hey, when you do your sound check, too many people are talking to the sound guy. You be the only person who talks. Let the team talk to you, and then you turn around and talk to the sound guy. And there's right there. That's a freebie right there that'll make your sound checks a whole lot easier. But if you do,
I don't know if they need that type of advice right now.
I'm saying, if you're a worship leader out there and you're like, everybody's always talking over everybody, then set that in place. Your practices will run a lot smoother. I promise you. But that's something I really love to do, is just really step into that situation. I'm a big acts of service person when it comes to ministry. Jessica will tell you, I will text people all the time when they have a need, and will constantly be like, describe it to me. Send me a picture. Show me what's going on. What sound is the machine making? Just, when you click this, what happened? Any of that kind of stuff, I can walk you through and help you navigate it better. I love doing that. I love helping people get better at their job, or get better at their ministry, or get better at their passion, and do it more effectively and efficiently. I know that a lot of people teach you to do things on where they have to have you basis, where you pay by the step. If you want me to tell you what to do next, you got to up the surcharge. And that's an add-on kind of thing. That's not me. I've never been that guy. I want to help, and I want to do that. And if you happen to compensate me for it,
I was going to say, most of the time he just does it for free.
Yeah, but we at one time talked about designing a business around that.
Yeah.
And we even had the name for it and everything, outsourced ministries, and that didn't live a day. Yeah. But we planned it, and we were talking about it because I'm fast at it, and I'm decent at it. And so we thought about, doing that. something else you did back when you had your nursing degrees, you gave flu shots.
Well, that I don't know if that even counts because that was like way before we had kids and stuff.
Right.
That was before I even worked as a like nurse in a hospital. So yeah, I did give flu shots, but
You gave them in Texas too.
yeah, that's true. I gave flu shots and then I got a nursing position in the OR and then we moved to Texas and I did a little bit more flu shots.
But yeah, so you did that
But
on the
now
side.
like the pharmacists do the flu shots.
They just do it themselves now.
The pharmacists do.
What's something else you do?
Maybe you should go next.
Oh yeah, because
I only have one more.
Because we're building to the big one.
Oh wait, no. I have a couple. So right now, a lot of people know if you watch my channel, I'm working on doing maybe an Etsy shop with blind date with the books. Basically, it's like a book that's wrapped up really pretty with like little extra stickers and bookmarks and all kinds of stuff. And you don't know what you're getting. You can just like pick the like type of book you want, like a thriller, a romance, whatever. And then, so I'm hoping that goes well. And I'm also working on maybe some gift baskets. I'm really nervous about it. I'm not sure.
I am not nervous about it.
So I've got some Valentine's ones. I can't post them yet because I'm waiting on some ribbon to get here and I want to post it like all ready to go, you know? So.
But guys, let me just jump in here. If you've ever gotten a gift basket from Jess, it rivals and beats every other company that could do it.
I don't know.
She does such an amazing job. Every time anybody does something special for our family or for our church, I always say, Jess, would you please make them a gift basket? And her eyes light up. She loves to do it, and she puts a lot of thought into it. And I always get feedback of, wow, like I've never gotten a gift basket this good. And so y'all pray for this because I really think this could be something special for her. I mean, it could take off and be a Shark Tank worthy, startup company.
It's nothing new. There's tons of gift basket.
But the way she wants to do it and the way I think she's going to do it is very unique. And so I am excited about that for you. Yeah. So, but blind date with the book and bless Jess baskets.
I'm still at the very beginning stages of the Etsy shop. Like I need to get more, like I have stacks of books that I just need to get wrapped and done. And we've been so busy with stuff, but hopefully soon. And we'll just see how it goes.
Yep. So after Georgia, when I came back and we were at Alabama for a little while at that small church, one thing I had to do because they could barely afford to pay me. Basically, in today's ministry standards, if you make 40 or above, you're full time. And
try to live on 40.
Yeah, try to live on 40 in today's economy. And this was 2020 during COVID, so it was really, really difficult at that time too. And so, but they were barely able to make the full-time status. And so just to make the other end of it, I had to do something else. And so.
And you started working, I think, before even that you got that job, didn't you?
I think I started.
The process, maybe.
The process of it, yeah.
I don't know.
Both
around the same time.
Both jobs happened about the same time. But one thing I did for about 8 months, almost 8 months. One thing I did for about 7 months. I definitely did for 7 months because I did it through January of the next year. But one thing I did was I worked for Papa John's and I delivered pizzas. I'm actually the process about anything like that I love is the systems. I love the system of how the boxes get made, of how the delivery orders are done, the pickup, the routing. The organization and planning per driver, per manager, all of that, the behind the back house stuff that makes the operation work, that has always been fascinating to me. I love that side of it. The actual putting together the pizzas, I don't think I ever made a pizza for anybody.
Yeah, you were mostly like a driver.
Yeah,
but you did some inside.
I was a driver and I did a lot of prep. My knife skills got a lot better working at Papa John's. I learned how to prep the onions and prep the peppers and prep all that kind of stuff. Some people are like, oh, well, I could never do that. Like I could never do. Make sure you stay in the mic.
I could never do, deliver pizzas. But this is like how Dave and I have always been. Like we're not too good to do anything. This came off of, I think I've quoted this on this channel before. When I was in college, there was a program called the Collegiate Master's Corps. For those of you that have ever heard of Master's Commission, it was very much like that, except it was inside the college bubble. And so we got to do it there. And we got college credit for doing it, and we got to work with local churches doing it. And one of our mantras in the Collegiate Master's Corps is if you're too big to scrub a toilet, you're too small to be in ministry. And so very quickly, you learn that you don't sit there as the pastor and watch the toilet overflow
and call the repairman and sit there and watch it happen. You grab a plunger and get to work.
Yeah.
I mean, there is nothing too big for us. There's no job that if we're not willing to do it, then we can't lead and expect others to do it too. We have to be the people that are willing to step up.
We
and
don't mind
do
getting
things.
our hands dirty or doing something like
and
that.
I want my kids. Jessica wouldn't let me do it because she's afraid of fire. But I saved up every single receipt from every
bags.
single pizza I delivered, and I kept them in these Ziploc bags. And my goal was when we got our next house, I was going to burn them the first day we got there.
Yeah. But we had no safe
as like a
place
thank
to burn
you,
them.
as like a thank you
we would
offering
have
to God.
burnt down our new yard. So I said veto.
As like a thank you offering to the Lord.
We didn't have like a fire pit or anything.
I wanted a fire pit or a burn barrel. I wanted it so bad.
You just wanted to set fire to them in the yard. You're like, I don't need that. I veto that. Anyway, it was a good thought. It was a good thought. Was y'all not have vetoed that too? Let's hope we're at our new
There's
house.
so many people coming and going, how dare you take that moment away from him? He drove a car for 7 months.
It was still impressive to see them all. Like, I'm glad you did it. It was really cool. I think we like ceremoniously threw them away instead.
Yeah,
but
I think we did something like that.
we did something.
But there was just something about seeing that eventually this is going to mean something. Eventually this work I'm doing will not be forever. I will not retire as Pastor David Hawley, ordained ministry of the Assemblies of God, full-time pizza delivery man.
Well, I mean, if God makes you do that, then
I would have risen up the ranks in Papa John's.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you never know what you're going to be called to do.
And I'm so sorry, Papa John's. It's been I went to Papa John's in January or the beginning of January to see if I had a freebie from birthday. You have to have ordered a pizza in the last year to get it.
I know we haven't.
We don't. We buy.
don't order
we buy frozen pizzas for our family.
It's so expensive.
Yeah, the delivery fee and everything. It's just gotten crazy.
Well, on my next thing, I was going to talk about. But anyway, we went to this pizza thing. Have you ever heard of Upper Crust here?
Yes.
I didn't even know it existed. It's over there by the trampoline park.
Yeah, it's good.
You went there?
I think I've been there once.
I didn't even know it was there, but it looked really good. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, so I apologize, Papa John's. I promise you we will become faithful customers again in the future.
We also have been trying to lose weight.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of factors going into that, but I bleed for Papa. I believe.
I know Papa John's is very polarizing. You either love it or
you either love it or you hate it, and we love it.
We love it.
We love it, and I've always loved it. And it's still my favorite delivery pizza that there is. But yeah, so I did that, and there was a lot of times I would call Jessica like on the route to the next place because this was right when your phone could use Waze or use Google Maps to get around back in 2020. They had it before that, but I mean, I don't think we had Waze.
We had Waze,
but I didn't use it this much until then. I mean, the upgrades got crazy where I could start programming stop upon stop upon stop, and then what's really cool is they give you a help in the feature of the addresses you get, so you can map your route out. That'll be the most efficient way for you to get around and bring all the pizzas to each person. And so yeah, it was really interesting to get into that side of it. And so a lot of people that look down on pizza people and think whatever, it's not an easy job. There's a lot of thinking, a lot of strategic thinking, a lot of prioritizing.
Just like on your body, like you're constantly on the go, on your feet, long hours, late night. You would get home sometimes. What I loved when you worked that job is you got like a free pizza every night.
Yeah.
So he would bring home pizzas all the time.
Yep.
It was really cool.
Yep. If you work a full-time shift, you get a free pizza.
Yeah. So he'd bring home, and then sometimes like there would be mess ups or whatever, and you'd bring home.
Every now or an order canceled and they just made it already, so then the employees would get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was always really good. And I had to close a couple of times. That was my least favorite part of the job.
Yeah, you were really late getting home.
I was really late. Yeah, you have to fold a certain number of boxes. Then you have to mop the floor, sweep the floor, mop the floor. And then you have to clean up the stations. And then you have to be the last person out and lock the door behind you and all of that. And I hated being that guy. Yeah. I mean, it's not that like I said, I'm not above it. I did it, but I just didn't. That's the part of the job I don't like. I just don't like the intense cleaning side of things. That's really hard for me. But now I found out something I did have a passion for and that was doing dishes.
Oh yeah.
Yes, the dishwasher, the industrial commercial dishwashers.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Are really cool.
Yeah.
And I love that. And a lot of times there'd be people like dishes are piling up, and I'd be like, I'll do it, and I would run over there and do it because There's something very satisfying about watching a plate get clean and then watching all these other things get clean. And Jessica will tell you, we've had this argument all the time. I am the master dishwasher person.
He is so obsessed with it. But when I put it in all crazy, it still gets clean.
It still gets clean, but it just looks better the way I do it. And that was something I did with them. But the dishwasher, there would be people assigned to do dishwashing. And if they slack at their job, I'd pick up the slack.
You're like, we can't have it piling up.
I know. Anytime I saw the dishes begin to pile up, it's like those time effect games you play where like you have to get everything done at a certain time. And so I would always step up and just make sure that I'm a big proponent of this needs to be done. Bring it down. Okay, now this is probably good. Go over here and bring that down. You know, that's kind of, I have a little bit of OCD in me when it comes to those things.
Well, once you let it get out of hand, it's like harder to get reined back in, you know?
Well, also, I just want to do something.
Yeah, stand around. Like, that's my thing. Like, if I'm here, I'm going to do something.
Yep.
You know? I'm not going to just stand here.
If I'm waiting on an order to come up, then,
Like, it makes time go by faster.
Yep. Yep. So there's a lot of really cool features when it came to that. And I did that from July to January of 20 to 21. And so it was a lot of pizzas. You'd think I'd be sick of it. And I was for a little bit after that.
Yeah, we did kind of get sick of it.
And
you smelled like it.
Oh yeah, my cart smelled like pizza for
a long
time.
That was not pleasant.
That was not pleasant. I'm trying to think.
Like, you want to get into like the ones here?
Yeah, and since we've been here, I didn't really have any side hustles in Indiana. I got more involved in the podcasting.
Yeah.
But the podcast that I was in charge of there.
We were in a tiny town. There wasn't as much stuff really to do as there is here.
And they compensated me.
And they paid us better.
They paid me better, so I didn't need a side hustle.
Yeah, we were doing good. And we got our mortgage really low because the interest rates were really low when we bought our house in Indiana. So I think the best we've ever done financially, we were able to save a lot and stuff, was when we lived there.
Yeah, we couldn't have done what we did here without that.
Yeah, God knew that we needed that.
Yeah, God knew we needed that. So it was a good, and that's one of the reasons why we look back on Indiana very fondly.
We have a lot of good memories.
We had a lot of, it was not, I'm not saying it was easy because there was a lot of hard work that had to be done, but it was just, it felt balanced. It felt like we were never worried about anything.
And we had a lot of family time because they only had Sunday morning service and Wednesday night. So it wasn't like you were at church all the time. Like, it was a good balance. You worked.
And the work environment was fun.
Yeah.
We loved working there.
Yeah. We really enjoyed our time in Indiana.
Yeah. Shout out to Madison Assembly. We'll talk about the Madison years when we get there in the near future. But that was great. And then we moved here. A lot goes into the payment strategy of here, but they had to make some allowances to get me here. And so by doing that, my paycheck was not going to be as much as I wanted it to be, but I felt the Lord bringing me here. They felt the Lord bringing me here. So we settled on a number and we came here, but that number was not going to be overwhelmingly, substantiated. And so Jessica upped her YouTube work.
And like, our expenses were a lot more because our mortgage, even though this house is worth less than the house we lived in Indiana,
we are paying versus Indiana for one.
It's not that, it's the interest rates.
Yes.
Like, we are like paying so much in interest.
Yeah.
Like a lot more. Our mortgage is way higher. So that's right there.
Yep.
Is a lot of money that is coming out.
Plus inflation happened.
Oh yeah. Everything's gone up. So it was like, we knew once we got the number from the church, like, we both were like, okay, we've got to have some more side hustles. Like, you even checked with the church to make sure they would be okay with you doing some stuff on the side. And they said, sure. And
they said, yeah, you got to do what you got to do. And so one of the first things I looked into was substitute teaching.
Yeah.
Because I'd done that a little bit in Alabama.
Oh yeah, we forgot about that.
And I did that for a little. I didn't do it much, but I did it a little bit.
I think you were like just getting going with it when we left.
Yeah, it had just started towards the end of the fall. It was something that came up on my radar, and I did maybe 10 total before we left. About then, I didn't do it a lot, but I enjoyed it because they don't expect you to come in and teach. Now, if you're a former teacher and you know exactly what that sheet says, and you can
don't know like what that teacher wants or whatever.
Yeah, but you don't want to step in and become them.
And like, nowadays, everything is like
everything's
Google
digital.
Classroom. They're like Lucy, like they're all doing like independent stuff all the time. So.
Most of the time when I walk in, the paper says they have an assignment on Google Classroom. They have to complete it by the end of the class. I'll also give them this handout, tell them to turn it in, tell them to not turn it in. And what I do typically is I come in early, I look at their syllabus for the day, and then I'll go to the whiteboard and I'll write out for each class, first period, this is what your teacher said, second period, this is what your teacher said. And then when they walk in, I point to the board and go, this is what your teacher said to do. Let's take the roll. I take the roll, and then typically a student will take it down to the office and then come back. And basically for about 50 minutes, or if they're on the block schedule, for about an hour and 25 minutes, basically I'm a glorified babysitter.
You just can sit there and work on something.
I say they can go to the
check your Facebook.
I tell them whether or not they can go to the bathroom. You have to become very, very good at lie detecting because
they try to get one over.
They try to get one over on you because
I would be terrible at that because I would be like, you need to go to the bathroom. Okay. Well,
that's one of the substitute laws I learned in orientation.
You have to let them.
If they say I need to go to the nurse or I need to go to the restroom, you have to. Yeah, you have to. Now,
sometimes they say it and they really don't.
Well, if they don't come back for 20 minutes, then at that point you can buzz the office and go, so and so said they went to the restroom. They have not come back to class yet. Can somebody please check? And now they're being buzzed over the intercom, so they're like embarrassed, and so they'll never do that again. But typically, most of the time, the students are well behaved. They want to get their work done and sit and talk. That's what they want to do. We used to be students, we know.
Yeah.
They want to get their work done, sit and talk. Now, I will say this: the younger you go, the more they don't want to talk, the more they want to wrestle and throw stuff and call names and stuff. And every time my eyes have widened, I looked up and like, did you really just say that? And I'm like, that's your one warning. Next time I'm calling the office for you. So that's been like one time though. Most of the time they are very, very good. And every now and then they'll ask you your name. They actually want to talk to you. They want to get to know you. There'll be conversations going on, or the subject matter, I am familiar with it. And so I'll hear questions going around the classroom and I'll just butt in and go, have you thought about this? Or have y'all ever asked this question? And it's like cool how like now I'm like engaging, and now they're like letting me in a little bit.
Well, and sometimes you get to sub at the kids' school.
Yeah, every now and then. Yeah. Oh yeah. If I'm at Nate's school during my lunch break, I always walk down to see him.
Yeah.
And he's always so happy. Every now and then I'll tell him in advance I'm coming, and he'll be expecting me. But most of the time I try to surprise him. And there was one time I substituted for Lucy's grade, and she skipped 2 classes to be with me. The teacher said she could. And so that was fun.
You don't get to sub as much at her school.
No, I don't. That's one of the things.
Well, I think their school district has people that are like floaters. And so they're paying them a full-time job. So they are the ones that are going in the classroom.
You can be a full-time on-staff substitute that plugs any gap that there is in any classroom. And so they do have that. But the app that I use in the company that I work for with substituting, what they'll do is they'll buzz your phone saying there's a job availability, and you can look at it and say accept it or decline it. And it's such in high demand, and I guess there's an overwhelming number of subs right now because let's be honest, teachers don't want to miss class; they want to be there. Yeah. And so if they're not there,
you're covering many different school zones.
I've got 4 school districts actually in my phone.
And then each one of those have different, junior high, senior high.
Exactly. Yeah. And so what's happening is when you get the buzz on your phone, if you don't see it immediately, I mean to the second, and tap on it, you may miss it. And so there has been several times Jessica has watched this happen in my hand. I'll be like looking at a video or something. I'll see the notification come up. I will tap it. And the moment the app opens, job no longer available. It's like insane how fast it is.
Really, too. It's unbelievable because you're basically getting minimum wage. It's not like this is a high-paying job, so I don't know why it's like that. But Alexa off. See, it's past our bedtime.
Yeah.
Our sound machine just came on. She totally interrupted my thought.
But no, it's
not a lot of pay, but you also can sit there and get other work. Like you would work on sermons, or you can get, so it's easy.
Right.
And you would even do this before, like while you were still pastoring.
Yep.
Because it would be a good thing. You could get work done while you.
And I had their blessing. If you need to sub a couple of days a week, do it.
Yeah.
Because
we had to.
We had to. And then the other thing that I've done since being here that I did not do until the summer of last year, and I haven't done it in a while, I need to get back into it again, is I would donate plasma.
Yeah, you do need it. It's been a long time since you've done that.
Yeah, it's been a while. And well, a lot of it's because getting off of the weight plan, I'm trying to get back on it. And so what I'm doing is I'm drinking protein powder in my coffee every morning. And if your blood has too much protein, they won't take your plasma.
Yeah, but they also don't want you to be not have eaten anything. So
Right.
and that's usually the first thing he has. So
No, they said eat a good meal before you come.
that's what I'm saying. They want
Yeah.
you to have eaten. They don't want you to not have eaten anything. Is what
Yeah,
I
they
said.
want, but they want you to have a balanced meal. They don't want you to have a high protein meal because if there's too much
Right.
protein in your blood, they can't take.
So
your
that's what's
plasma.
been hard.
Yeah.
So we just gotta
So
get
I'm
back
gonna
on.
have to like go and do it and then come home and drink my protein coffee. Is what I'm gonna have to do.
Yeah, and I'm proud of you for that because I don't think I could
Yeah.
do the giving plasma
Well, man,
thing.
I've got a couple minutes here. Let me just walk you through the process. Number one, you have to sign up to do it. Number two, you have to be healthy. You know, you can't have a
Yeah.
lot of stuff in your system.
They give you like a full physical.
Yeah, they give you a full physical. You can't be a recreational drug user. You can't be an alcoholic. You know, there's a lot of stuff you have to say you don't do. You can't be pregnant when you do it. You know, there's a lot of things you can't do. But then when you do it, they bring you in. They prick your finger. They run your blood to see what your blood levels are and your temperature and all of that to make sure you're well enough to do it. If you pass, after you've been approved in all the process and then you've passed the check-in, then they take you to the back. They take you to a chair. They plug you in. They stick you, and then for about 30 to 45 minutes, sometimes longer, it's been.
They kept saying it was me 30, 45 minutes. You've
The
been in there
lowest,
hours.
the lowest I've been there is an hour. The longest I've been there is 90 minutes. It was a long
It
time.
was a long time.
But bring your phone in your ears or a book or something, and just you sit there and you squeeze your fist or you squeeze something in your fist to keep your blood pumping out.
And they pay you like $50 a pop.
Yeah.
Your first time they give you $100.
The first time they give you $100, and then after that it's $50 a time.
Because the first day you're there, you were there for several hours.
So if you do the math there, if you're there for 2 hours, you make $25 an hour.
Yeah.
So
And a lot of times they say you're not going to be in there that long. But David, sometimes there's a long wait to get in or whatever.
yeah. And then that goes on to a debit card that I have in my wallet, and then we sometimes use it.
That's the only thing is I wish it like transferred immediately to our bank account.
Yeah, you can't cash it out.
So it's kind of annoying, but I'll take it and I'll buy groceries with it, and it does help out.
Yeah, but I haven't done it in a couple of months. I need to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just kind of forgot
it's
about
just
it.
been we got into the holiday rigmarole. We got around all this other stuff, and I've been working on other things in the meantime. But I need to get back into it. I don't know if they're going to be open tomorrow at the time of this recording, but we will definitely get back into that. But again, that's something. I'm sitting there, and I've got blood. And
David has, I don't know if it matters with plasma, but you have really good blood. You have
Yes.
O positive or whatever that everybody wants, or O negative.
I have
O negative.
I have O negative. I have the universal donor. My blood can be
They like hound him
my
at the Red
blood.
Cross.
Yeah, anytime Red Cross is in town, they call me. Yeah, because
You're on their hit list.
I have the best blood for donating because my blood will work in anybody's blood.
I also have O blood, but I have the opposite. I have like O positive.
You have O positive.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious because I'm the optimist. I'm just kidding. You set me up for that. But no, and I've enjoyed it. And that has been the thing is like the several times I've done it, I walk out of there thinking I could have just saved somebody's life.
Yeah, you're doing it.
That's
you're
very
making a
rewarding.
difference.
That's very rewarding to
Yeah.
me. So, and now that brings us drum roll to what Jessica actually just did today.
And why I'm so tired.
And why you're so tired. Talk about what you and Lucy are doing
Me
right
and
now.
Lucy are obsessed with it. And what's so cool is we are doing it together.
Yes.
And it's like mother-daughter time.
I'm
and normal,
so thankful y'all doing it together.
it's so fun. Like it's one of the most fun things I've ever done with her. And we are doing DoorDash.
Yay.
The first day I did it by myself. And I will say that's not as fun because you're just sitting there by
you need
yourself.
a partner.
And then I went out yesterday morning and it was very slow. And I did that by myself. And then yesterday evening, she went out with me. So much more fun. And I will say lots more orders in the evening. And then tonight we went out for like 6 hours. It was crazy, but it's really fun. Like to me and Lucy, we both said this, it feels like a game. Like
Yeah.
what orders are we going to get? And like, okay, drive to this restaurant, get it. And then like, let's drive to the customer. And the customers are always so happy. You know, you're bringing them their food. And it's just like such a positive, happy thing.
Did you go to the same restaurant more than once?
We have before. I don't know that we did tonight, but we've been to.
Yeah, she's only a week into doing this.
We've been to Nuke's twice.
Mm-hmm.
There's another one. Oh, the Acapulco, the Mexican restaurant.
Mhm.
We've been to that like 3 or 4 times. And most of them though, it's different every time. Like tonight we went to Chipotle. We went to Chili's. We've been to Chili's twice now. We went to like this Asian place. We went to Crystal. People still ate crystals. We went to pizza. Like it's just so varied. I kind of am finding new places I didn't even know existed. And like it's so interesting to me to see people's orders because they order some weird
Well,
stuff.
very soon you're going to get a DoorDash burger from Whataburger, and that's going to be me because our Whataburger is the signage just went up, and I'm so happy.
You're gonna have to tip somebody really because that's far from here.
Yeah, it is.
Tonight we got our first Starbucks order at 8:00, and this girl tipped us like $5 to drive her one drink of Starbucks all the way to her house. I'm like, you probably paid $15 for this coffee. It was a big coffee too. But it's just fun.
People need their coffee.
And the whole time we're doing it, like me and Lucy are hanging out, we're talking, we'll get a drink, and we're just like she loves it. She told me, Mommy, I would pay to do this with you. She would pay. And it's just so fun. So it's definitely like our new thing. And it's so funny because, like I said before, normally when we're out together, we're spending money.
Right.
You know, that's like our hobby is like, let's go shopping. And
she just wants her.
It's just one-on-one is what she wants.
Well, her primary love language is quality time.
Yeah. And normally, like anytime you go out, you're going to spend money. Like even if we weren't looking to spend a ton of money, like what are you going to do? Anywhere you go besides like the park or the library, it's going to cost money.
Yep.
So it's really a fun thing that I can do. Now, we didn't make a ton of money tonight, but it's like almost $100 that we wouldn't have had.
And you're getting better every time you do it.
Yeah. And we're learning more about where to wait. Where's the hot spots? You know, tonight we actually delivered a lot around our area, which was really great. It's just really fun. It's just like bonding, you know?
Is this something that you could make full-time money doing it?
I don't know. Like, I don't think in our area you could.
By the way, real quick, if you're out there and you're a DoorDasher watching this, if you've got tips or strategy that you could give Jess, put them in the comments.
I think some areas that are more populated, you could, but I mean, I don't see anybody making a full-time income doing it. Some people do, but I just don't think in our area.
If you're like in a congested part of a major city.
Like I watch YouTubers. Like I've gotten tips from YouTubers and stuff because I like to watch. Like, anytime I get into something, I check it out on YouTube. And there's a lot of DoorDash accounts that people do DoorDash. And they will make a lot of money doing it. But again, I think they're in a more populated area.
Yeah.
And that makes a big difference because we don't have like, at night, it's pretty steady. There's not a lot of waiting around. During the lunch or afternoon or even morning, like there's nothing going on.
Right.
So I think it just depends.
I think everybody's working and they probably either brought their lunch or they're all going to lunch.
Yeah.
Probably.
I don't know, but I thought like Saturday morning into the lunchtime would be a good time. It was so slow.
Interesting.
So it was very interesting to learn like when my brother Clark does DoorDash and just like here and there to make extra money. That's what I love about DoorDash.
Is it could travel with you wherever.
Well, but also you can do it whenever you want. Like there's no, you have to be at work at this time. You have to do it for this long. You can just decide, oh, I want to DoorDash for a couple hours and go do it. And then whenever you're ready to be done, you can be done. It's very flexible like that. That's what I like about it. But my brother does it to make extra money. He has his own business and works full time, but he did it around Christmas time to make extra money. And he said in their area, Sundays are like Sunday lunch is busy.
I'll bet.
So I don't know. I think everywhere is different though.
Yeah. I mean, but it's exciting that this is just something that, you know, with what you have. I mean, you take the resources you have, you take the brain that you have, you take the skills that you have, and you're like,
I'm really irritated. I've tried my best to get in with Instacart and with Spark to do Walmart deliveries. I would be the best grocery shopping person.
You would.
They are saying our area is full. I've emailed the customer support at Instacart because it said that for like 4 or 5 years for me, and it keeps saying I'm on the wait list. And I think like when I got on the wait list, we weren't even living here. So it's like, how do you know it's full? Because I'm not even in the same place. And the guy was just basically like, well, when you get the email saying that you're off the wait list, then you'll know. And it's like, well, but I haven't gotten anything in years.
Well, these major corporations, a lot of them, things like that fall through the cracks. Like in the lieu of waiting for what God has for me, I've applied to no lie 30 different kinds of jobs, and all of them are like processing, waiting,
I know,
application under review, and all this kind of stuff.
Well, and then, at least people close by locally, you can go in and talk to somebody. But like Instacart, there's nothing you can do. And like Spark, I would love to do Walmart deliveries and Sam's deliveries and stuff. They say your area is full. There's nothing you can do. There's not anybody you can talk to. And I've had Instacart deliveries to this house, and it's like these young single guys, no offense, but they don't know what they're doing. Like they're smashing your bread. They're picking out terrible fruit. They're just grabbing stuff. Like I would not do that. I would be really good. And it just makes me irritated because Like I would love that. But and with DoorDash, you can actually do shops too, but I haven't gotten any shops. So I don't know. I feel like a lot of people aren't going to do that. Like if they want groceries, they'll just go to the Walmart app or the Kroger app or whatever. They're not going to really go through DoorDash unless you need something like, like something small.
And especially with Walmart, the delivery person did not do the shopping. There's
so if you do the delivery with Walmart, if you're a Spark driver, sometimes you can shop the order and then deliver it. It just depends.
I'm just saying, if you're on the Walmart's payroll, they have shoppers and then they have deliverers.
They do, but they also, the Spark app, I've watched enough YouTube on that too, that some people also get shop and delivers for Walmart.
Right. Yeah. But bottom line is, you do what you have to do.
And you get creative, think outside the box.
And there's a lot of things that I want to do that, it's just the whole thing is it takes money to make money. A lot of times you have to put the back work in on whether it's a website or whether it's a platform or whether it's the software to do it or whether
and we've totally forgot like all of the side businesses we've had, like paparazzi.
Yep.
We did that for a while.
Yep.
And then I did Plexus for a while.
Yes, you did.
And
Optavia.
Optavia. All of those things made us money. People like to hate on MLMs and stuff, and that's fine. But I mean, we buy from big corporations that are set up like a pyramid all the time.
That's right.
And at least with these MLMs, you're also helping small, mom who's just trying to provide for her kids. Like there's a lot of us that are these big corporations that it's funneling to. And I've really loved all of it.
Yeah.
We stopped for various reasons. Paparazzi, we had no more room for all the jewelry you had to store. And then Plexus, there wasn't really a super reason for that. But I will say, I believe in those products. My mom still takes Plexus. And it has she was having arthritis symptoms. She had been diagnosed with arthritis. And she started Plexus and she's been totally better. She still believes in those products. And I do too. I think it got to be expensive for us. And
Optavia probably saved my dad's life.
Well, both of us lost so much weight. And a lot of the reason I started selling for Optavia is we wanted to pay for our own fuelings. It was expensive. We didn't have, people are like, oh, wow, Optavia is so expensive. Yeah, but it saved our, I couldn't be successful in any other weight loss. I tried everything.
You couldn't have gotten your breast reduction surgery without it.
You said brain reduction.
Yeah, you don't need a brain reduction. I might need one, but you don't.
So yeah, I don't know. I have really enjoyed working out all these different, and I've learned different stuff, and you've learned how to talk to people. That's something that's still hard for me, is I don't like talk to me on the phone and talking to people. But with these kind of things, a lot of times it kind of forces you outside of your comfort zone. And, all of these things, there's so many when you list them out this, it's man, we've done a lot.
Well, and bringing it back to, the heart of everything that we do is if you're doing it and the door opens for you to do it, then it's part of God's plan for you.
And I also wanted to say, not to interrupt you, but a lot of people are like, you have a nursing degree, just go to work. That would save you all of this time. You wouldn't have to do these side hustles. I believe, and David believes, and we made this decision before we even had kids, that
one of the reasons why I picked her, because she has this belief.
I wanted to be home with them. Yes. I didn't want them to go into daycares. And we haven't lived close enough to have grandparents. Even that wasn't even a possibility to have them take care of the kids. So I wanted to be the constant, the one that was here. Yes. And I think, especially with all the moves, I can't imagine.
I shudder to think what our family would have looked like if we had put work before our family.
And just by the time you pay for daycare costs and stuff too, what are you even working for, Yeah. So that is not an option for me. I've done all of these side hustles because I can work it around the kids. Yeah. And I'm here every day when they get off the bus, and I'm going on the field trips, and I'm there to take them to the doctor's appointments and do their homework with them. That is worth every hustle. And yes. That's just our belief. If that's not for you, that's totally fine.
Yes.
I have no issue with that. But if it is your desire to be a stay-at-home mom
or stay-at-home dad,
pray about it.
Yes.
And if you look at the numbers, our finances, you would be like, how can you afford to be at home? We've made it work. All of these things are just saying.
Because you delight yourself in the Lord, He gives you the desires
and it's
of
not
your heart.
Doesn't mean He just hands it to you.
We've worked very hard. We've had to earn it.
Like you've heard all the ways that, and you don't even, also, this isn't a side hustle, but we don't buy the most expensive everything. Nope. We don't have the nicest cars.
We aren't standing in line at the Apple store for the next phone.
No, we've sacrificed a lot. And so that's the other thing I was going to mention.
We don't drive the nicest cars.
When you're trying to just like increase your financial stability or whatever, there's two things you can do these side hustles to make more money or lower your expenses.
Yes.
And that's also making money. So if you're like, I can't do any of these side hustles, look at your budget and see, can I cut out eating out? Can I cut down on, to-go coffee?
Can you
go into the movies?
Can you wait 4 months for that movie to come to your subscription service for free?
Because everything has gone up so much. Like we don't eat out much.
Do you need all 6 subscription services, or can you live on just one?
Can you just buy the store brand of most of the stuff you buy? Like even that. Can you go out to eat? Start with just getting water.
Do you need the highest form of Wi-Fi, or can you get by on the mid-range and save $30 a month on it?
Can you drive a car that's not the brand new thing, but you pay cash and you don't have a car payment?
Yep.
Like we've tried our best to do stuff like that. And all of that also makes a big difference. If you look, I know before we had kids, our eating out budget, there was no budget. It was crazy.
It was bad.
It was bad.
But you buckle down quick when you realize you got to feed 3 mouths now.
Yeah, now we have, and every kid we got, I feel like we've gotten better. Like we don't eat out much, especially because everything costs so much.
Yes.
So eating out, oh man, I still like my fancy coffee sometimes, but what I do is I ask for gift cards for Christmas.
Yep.
And I make them last. Like I have money on my gift card that I'm like just holding on to for a rainy day, and I look for deals.
For a migraine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But I'm very, very thankful because God has allowed us to do these things. It opened up the door for us to do these things because he knew that we would need to do them, and he knew that we would need to do it. And every single side hustle we've had has contributed to our character, to our work ethic, to our patience, to our frugalness, to our budgeting, to our strategic thinking, creative thinking, and all of that funnels into how we parent. It funnels into how we are together as a husband and wife, and it funnels into our ministry. We are better pastors because we also see that this is not just us. There are people in our church that are in the same ship we're in, or are in the same, trying to make ends meet for their end, and they're trying to do side hustles, and they're trying to figure out how to get retirement money and things like that. And so when we hear things from our people that are like, Pastor, I'm going to be 15 minutes late. I really can't get off work until this time. Okay, I've been there. As opposed to the pastor who's never worked a real job in his life, and he's fresh out of Bible college, and he got hired at a big church. No offense if this has been you, but there are a lot of pastors who don't remember or don't even know what it's like to be not in the ministry. And so they think that if I'm on time 30 minutes early, that's my job, then you should be too, even though you also have another job and you also have your own family. And so we've just learned a lot of grace and learned a lot of how to help people and work with people. And like you said, how to talk to people, how to communicate with people, because we've been in so many different environments. I think it's also helped it's definitely helped. You've just coughing and sneezing your head off over there, but it's also helped us technology, how we work on YouTube, how we work with people across social media. Our ability to interact with subscribers, interact with comments and things. Paparazzi did wonders for that during that phase of how to talk to people on a live video and chat with people.
Already we're used to cameras. Like a lot of times, like we worked with people that were just getting started with paparazzi, and it was very awkward for them to be on camera. Well, it wasn't awkward for us at all. We've been doing it for years.
We've been on camera all the time.
So it's weird how everything just kind of builds on top of each other, and it's like natural, like the next step that God opens the doors, and you're like, oh wow, that like with this DoorDash, like we're not making like rolling in the dough, but it's like, oh, this is really fun.
No, I was at Papa John's rolling in the dough. That was what I was doing.
I'm just saying some people that I watch make like $30 an hour doing a DoorDash. I'm like, I don't know how. Like you must get like amazing offers, and you must like have no downtime, because I don't know how you would do that.
But it's almost like, as my friend Cody, shout out to you, Madison, Indiana, would say, it's kind of like God knows what he's doing. And it really is. Everything we've done that's brought us to this point has been mapped out. I love our story. I love the experiences we've had. And
if we had just gone to a church and they've immediately given us our full,
we wouldn't be grateful for any of this.
We would not be grateful for it. And, I'm grateful that we did get paid fairly well in Texas when we were starting out because we couldn't side hustle because we had little
But man,
babies.
we earned every penny of that.
We worked our butts off.
Yeah.
Like, we've never been more tired, I think. But, when we've had a lower income, several jobs throughout, God has made up the difference, and he always does. The Bible says, don't worry about what you're going to eat. Don't worry about what you're going to wear.
Right.
Like,
the sinners worry about those things, and your heavenly Father knows that you need them.
That doesn't mean that you sit around and you just wait.
Daddy's got it. Daddy's got it. Yeah. Don't be a spoiled brat either.
You wait, you pray for the doors, and ideas and stuff, and God will give them to you.
Yeah, it's like the age old adage. Like, there was a man whose house was on fire, and who was his house. No, excuse me. There was a man whose house was caught in a flood, and the floodwaters had come up to his porch, and the neighbor was driving by in his car and said, "Get in the car. We're getting out of time." And the guy said, "No, God's going to save me." And then the water got up past his porch, and he got up inside the house, and somebody came by on a motorboat and said, "Get in the boat. We're going out of town. God's going to save me." And then finally the water rose up to his roof, and he was on top of the roof, and a helicopter flew by, and God said, "God's going to save me." He ended up dying. He got to heaven and said, "God, why didn't you save me? I sent you a car, a boat, and a helicopter. What else do you want?" You have to take things where they're at. You have to look around and see things, and it may come from the most unlikely places that you're like, "I don't want to do that. That doesn't feel right to me." And God's like, "Exactly. That's why I need you to do it."
And God will bless those times that you're like, "Look, this isn't something I dreamed of doing. I'm cleaning a toilet or whatever."
Right.
But like the Bible says, if you do any job, you're doing it for Him.
That's right. Colossians 3:23.
And that's what we have to remember is these little jobs. And I was thinking about this with DoorDash. It's like, it's something so stupid. We're bringing people food, but at the same time, it's like kind of fun because we're making them so happy, and we're blessing them by trying to be quick. And I have a little bag, and I try to keep it warm. And it's like,
you should make stickers.
I know. I thought about it.
Yeah, put it on everybody's bag. They may hate it.
And be like, who is this girl?
Yeah.
But it's just like,
do your preaching on Sunday.
But it's like, whatever you do it to your best.
And do it all to the glory of God.
And so, me and Lucy are trying our best to have everything perfect and make sure we're doing everything right and getting it there on time. And it's like, we care.
Yeah.
Because it's important. And, whatever we do, we're going to do that.
Yeah. And to bring this in for a landing, I wanted to save the best for last. The best part of my day is my little boy gave his heart to Jesus today.
I was like, do we have another side hustle I didn't know about?
Going back to why I'm so thankful that you are a full-time mom, and I'm so thankful for how we've treated the work of the ministry versus being parents and being with our kids, is as a pastor, one of my biggest fears is my job will prohibit my children from seeing Jesus for themselves. I don't want them to see Jesus as the man who makes daddy do what he does and has put our family through all these things.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't want them to see Jesus that way.
That's my biggest fear in moving and leaving churches and all that. It's painful, and it's like I don't want them to think God is punishing
us. Yeah. And so for them to come to him and the realization of who he is on their own is the biggest reward. And even Nate with his autism has very deep thinking about some things, and he and I have talked about it. And Lucy, not too long ago, gave her heart to Jesus, and I baptized her right after we got here. But this morning, Mark walked in the room, and Lucy said, "Daddy, Mark's got a question for you." And he asked me, "Daddy, is Jesus in my heart?" And 10 minutes later, after a good talk with him, he prayed the prayer with Daddy and gave his heart to Jesus this morning. Sweet. And I marked it on my phone calendar that this day, every single year, is Mark's spiritual birthday.
I was so glad that you were here too, that got to do that with him, because I remember getting to pray with Lucy when she, kids just ask randomly, I forget what she said, but it was something like that. And then I just stopped in the minute like you did, and you talk with them and then, pray with them.
Yeah.
And so I was glad that you got to do it with him.
I know. It's such a big moment. The angels are rejoicing. The Bible says every time someone comes to Jesus, the angels throw a party in heaven. And so I'm very, very thankful for that. And if you're out there watching or listening to this and you have never made that step for yourself, we would be remiss if we didn't give that invitation to you. And I would definitely love to help anybody out there. If you have questions about what it means to be a follower of Christ, or why, as a married couple, Christ is the center of our marriage and why we've chosen to make it so, we would love that opportunity. Maybe we can do an episode in the future about why that works and why we do it that way. But if you're listening to this on an audio podcast platform, I want to say thank you so much for listening. Make sure you follow it, so every time an audio episode drops, you will be notified of it. Also, if you want to comment on the audio episode, that'd be great. If you have questions, drop those in the comments as well. We'll be doing another Q&A episode here in the near future. If you have a lengthy question, or if you want to do a voicemail, take out your phone and use the voice recorder app, record your question, and then email that to us at married15tolife@mail.com, married15tolife@mail.com. Hopefully someday I can have a phone number that you can call. That'd be awesome. But we're not that big yet. But eventually.
And then we have the phone ringing all weird.
No, but like they actually call the number and actually leave a voicemail on a phone
Nobody's
number.
even doing it. They don't even want to do it.
No.
David wants y'all to do it, but y'all
I really
don't
want. Well, one person did do it. Shout out to you. One person did do it, and it was awesome. So everybody,
we're
please do it.
taking up like 2 minutes every time to tell you guys this. David's spiel at the end is very long. And mine is like 10 seconds. Are you guys ready for it? If you're watching on YouTube, make sure that you're subscribed to our channel. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like this video. Definitely leave us a comment down below.
Even though you're very, very critical, I love you very, very much.
I'm just teasing you. I think it's so funny because David is so excited about this email thing and nobody will do it. I'm going to do it and just like change my voice. And then
one day we're going to have a phone number and people are going to call it, and we maybe have a live show someday, and all these things are going to happen. And you'll be like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I hope that does happen. I hope people do call it, but nobody wants to.
Well, who wants to talk? Who wants to call and talk to that attitude? I'm just teasing.
I'm just saying, like, I know I would never want to call in either.
Well, you're not everybody. And everybody's not you.
Well, apparently nobody's called.
Yeah, but anyway.
Somebody call.
Anyway, somebody do it. But until the next episode, everybody, I'm David.
I'm Jess.
I'm the husband.
I'm the wife.
And we are married.
15 to life.
Get those side hustles going, everybody.
Bye guys.